Signs you are ready for marriage. 1. You are financially ready. Love and money go hand in hand in more ways than one. Walking down the aisle can be a dream or a nightmare, depending on whether or not you're financially ready for marriage. You must be financially ready before you commit to your one and only. That's why you must know whether you're financially ready to get married. Here are 7 signs to help you be certain. What signs tell me that I'm financially ready for marriage? You learn about the stakes by understanding why you must be financially ready for marriage. If you genuinely want to make any relationship work, especially a lifelong partnership, you need money to back it up. Here are 7 signs that'll show whether or not you're financially ready for marriage. Sign number 1. You have good emergency funds. Anyone who's read the blogs will know how vital emergency funds are. You keep these extra funds to pay for unexpected problems or expenses. The worst thing about emergencies and disasters is that they are unplanned. With backup funds, you'll be financially ready for marriage and any disasters. To ensure you're financially ready for marriage, divert a portion of your income to an emergency fund. Avoid using this fund for any reason other than an emergency. That way, whether you need to cover wedding costs or pay for surgery, you can afford it without harming your finances. Sign number 2. You keep track of your expenses. Being financially ready for marriage involves tracking your expenses. That money has to go somewhere, right? Where and how you spend it can make or break your love life. A promising sign that you're financially ready for marriage is when you know all your expenses, both personally and professionally. When you want to be financially ready for marriage, you must prove you can use money wisely. Tracking expenses is a great start. This habit shows you where the money goes, what it's for, and how much you spend. After all, you can trust someone who handles money responsibly, especially in a relationship. Thanks to the digital revolution, you can easily download an app or program to help you start tracking expenses. However, you should be proactive to be financially ready for marriage. That means constantly checking your balance and logging all costs. Sign number 3. You openly discuss financial options, like loans and rent. So far, the signs of being financially ready for marriage have covered how you manage finances by yourself. This time, it's all about communication with the other person. Letting your partner know where you stand on spending habits and payment plans is always critical to a relationship, especially one set for life. Money talk is a challenging topic to get into. It can even be a deal breaker for many relationships. However, to prove that you're financially ready for marriage, you must accept money as a part of the commitment. Being open about financial topics can help you and your partner understand each other. Starting small is a great way to start the conversation. Being financially ready for marriage means being open to talking about funds and budgets. You can start with simple concerns, like grocery shopping or savings. By talking it over, you learn to understand each other and cooperate for the financial future. Sign number 4. You can stick to budgets alone and together. Budgets are a great outline for spending money. They allow you to see where funds go and what they are for. Whether you shop for groceries or baby items, a reasonable budget can guide your plans. However, the true mark of being financially ready for marriage comes when you follow a budget. Whatever limit you set, you have to stick to it. Overspending usually happens when you make impulse purchases or spend too much on one item. You can change this by planning your budget throughout the year. Start by examining your daily or weekly budget first. Taking these slow steps will help you understand how you are spending too much. Eventually, planning will become a habit that shows you are financially ready for marriage. 2. Your emotional maturity. First comes love, then comes marriage. Whether you and your partner have been together for a few months or a few years, you've likely envisioned your wedding day at some point. But before you dive into planning a wedding, it's best to ensure your relationship is ready for marriage first. Your wedding is only one day, after all, and while color schemes and table centerpieces are important, it's vital that you're setting your relationship up for success long after you say "I do." You'll know that you're ready for marriage when trusting your partner becomes second nature. You won't have to worry about whether or not they're thinking about your needs, because you simply know they are, and vice versa. Trust is built up over time as you see how their actions reflect their words. Once you can both truly trust each other, you'll be ready to commit to a lifelong partnership. The goal is not to find your better half. Instead, it's important to find someone who complements all of you. You should aim to have an interdependent relationship where both of you can exist as individuals but come together to form a lasting partnership. Once you've achieved this, your foundation will be solid for years to come. After all, you'll have the best marriage when both of you are strong individuals who bring out the best in each other. Before you get married, ask yourself if there are any fundamental characteristics you wish you could change about your partner. And no, we aren't talking about wishing they would empty the dishwasher without being told. The core values that your partner has should align with yours. So, if you find yourself wishing that they could change part of who they are, you might not be ready for marriage just yet. These characteristics likely can't and won't change overnight, so you'll be setting yourself up for disappointment if you go into marriage expecting them to. However, that's not to say your relationship can't be successful. Get to the root of why you want your partner to change. Once you've figured out why it matters to you, it's time to have a conversation with your soul. Don't approach it with hostility or accusatory language that'll set the discussion up for failure. Instead, be open to hearing them explain why their values are so important. Tools like Lasting will help guide you through tough topics while providing actual tools to set you both up for success. After all, you can't solve a potential issue without tackling it head-on, and with the help of marriage experts, you'll be equipped to set your relationship up for long-term happiness. 3. Shared values. We all have deep beliefs and principles that guide how we live our lives and treat others. Our relationships also have these values whether we know it or not, which can influence how partners make decisions, support each other, and manage the ups and downs of life together. When partners share similar core values in their relationship, they can understand each other better, trust each other more, and respect each other's perspectives and choices. This can make it easier to work toward common goals, solve problems, and support each other. Core values in relationships are the fundamental beliefs and principles that shape how partners treat each other, make decisions, and envision their future together. Shared values can provide a set of guidelines to help establish respect in relationships, resolve conflicts, and make important decisions together. Values can also be built around belief systems, such as how religion in relationships might provide a foundation for how partners agree to treat each other. Understanding and sharing core values can help partners recognize what's truly important to each other. When you know what your partner values most and they know the same about you, it can help you grow appreciation in relationships. To build a deeper connection and a stronger bond, common core values can contribute to relationship satisfaction and longevity. Partners who share similar values are more likely to support each other's goals and dreams, work together, and face life's challenges as a team. This alignment in values can create a stable, secure environment where love and trust can flourish. Good communication in relationships means sharing your thoughts, feelings, and needs openly and honestly, while also listening carefully to your partner. Openness in relationships can help both of you understand each other clearly, so you can solve problems more easily, support each other better, and build a deeper emotional connection. When you trust your partner, you feel safe with them, knowing they'll respect your feelings and look out for your best interests. Trust in relationships is built through consistent actions, honesty, and reliability. It allows partners to feel secure, be vulnerable, knowing they're in a supportive environment. Respect in relationships means valuing each other's individuality, opinions, and boundaries. Treating your partner as an equal and appreciating their unique qualities and perspectives can help make each person feel valued and important. This can encourage personal growth and strengthen the bond between you. During challenging times, loyalty in relationships means choosing your partner's side, supporting them, and working together to overcome obstacles. Loyalty can help build trust and show your commitment to each other. Showing appreciation in relationships means recognizing and expressing gratitude for your partner and the things they do. Noticing the positive aspects of your partner and the relationship and not taking them for granted can boost happiness, reinforce positive behaviors, and enhance the quality of your relationship. Letting go of anger or resentment toward your partner when they make mistakes or hurt you can help you move forward without holding onto past grievances. Forgiveness in relationships can show you value the partnership more than the mistakes. Openness in relationships means being willing to share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences with your partner. It also involves listening to your partner's ideas, feelings, and needs. Openness can encourage honesty, deepen emotional intimacy, and help you grow and adapt together. There are many other values that can strengthen a relationship. Each relationship is unique, and the values they prioritize can vary based on their individual experiences, beliefs, and aspirations. These values can help partners build a strong, healthy, and lasting relationship with a deep and meaningful connection. Showing understanding, empathy, and kindness to your partner, especially during challenging times, involves being supportive, offering comfort, and listening to your partner's feelings and needs. Physical closeness is important, but emotional and intellectual connections are too. Intimacy allows partners to share their deepest thoughts, feelings, and experiences openly and without fear of judgment. Acknowledge and accept your partner's feelings, thoughts, and experiences as legitimate and important. Show your partner you understand and value their perspective, even if it's different from your own. Be open to learning and evolving together, supporting each other's personal development, and seeing challenges as opportunities to strengthen the bond. Patience can allow partners to navigate difficulties and misunderstandings with grace, so you can give each other time and space to grow, learn, and make changes. Honesty. Be truthful and transparent with your partner, share your thoughts and feelings openly, and maintain integrity in your actions. Support. Offer to help and encourage your partner and be a reliable and constant presence through life's ups and downs. Equality. Treat each other with respect and fairness, share responsibilities, and make decisions together to ensure that both partners have an equal voice and feel valued and respected. Flexibility. Being willing to adapt and make compromises for the sake of the relationship involves being open to change and working together to find solutions. 4. Developing qualities before marriage. Qualities like to look for in a groom before marriage can vary to person by person depending on personal preferences, but generally, qualities such as understanding, honesty, kindness, respect, communication skills, compatibility, financial responsibility, emotional maturity, loyalty, and a shared vision for the future. No amount of advice can prepare you for marriage better than when you're in it and learning firsthand. It doesn't matter what kind of good or bad experiences you had when dating. Marriage is an entirely different ball game. Even if you've cohabited with your partner for many years, getting married to them is still a different feeling and a new experience for you both. This is why you shouldn't get married if you're unprepared for this experience. A lot of excitement comes with getting engaged, but that doesn't mean you're ready for marriage. It may mean different things to different people when you ask how prepared they are for marriage. However, marriage counselors say that for two people to be ready for marriage, they must put their personal preferences aside for their partner or the relationship's sake. Marriage can be so complex that what you and your partner term extremely important and necessary for your marriage to work may mean nothing to another couple. Therefore, one of the most important lessons about marriage is that you must be on the same page with your partner about everything or almost everything before marrying them. Marriage itself is a teacher. You will learn many things during the marriage that no one would have or could have prepared you for. However, This question is too crucial to not prepare yourself for it before going ahead. So, there are many things that you need to learn before you get married. Some of these things are mentioned in this video as you keep watching. Be ready for the commitment. According to Paulette Sherman, a relationship expert and contributor at Assignment Writing Services, commitment is a crucial skill that individuals must have before joining themselves with someone else in marriage. First, you must be convinced about the person you're marrying and decide to commit to them, because marriage always has hard times. Being committed to each other means you're both ready to go through the rough terrains and territories together. Commitment helps you develop other virtues such as patience and discipline, crucial in a relationship. There may be times when you probably feel like you shouldn't have married your partner, but commitment helps you get through this tough time and helps you find your love for them again. Love your partner's family. When you marry a person, you're marrying them with their family. Marriage is as much a union between families as it is between individuals. One family gains a son, and the other gains a daughter. So, you are marrying a person alongside their family's benefits, obligations, stresses, etc. You must learn to get along with your new family members. This may be easy before marriage, but it may not be the same after it. Sometimes you may need to make compromises for your partner's family as you make for your partner. If you don't learn to get along with your partner's family well, they may make the marriage more difficult for you and could be the end of it. Also, it can be even harder when you bring children into the world and are pulled in both families' directions, all the while trying to support your own. Ensure you have realistic expectations. No matter how much you love your partner, they're not perfect. You can't walk down the aisle thinking you have a perfect person as a partner. This won't help you create a realistic understanding of them. Before marrying them, learn to create realistic expectations in different situations. Also, understand that there will be times when they'll exceed these expectations, but in other cases, they will fail to measure up. You must learn to handle both the excitement of their successes and the disappointment of their failures appropriately, and vice versa. You will both change. Indeed, you shouldn't marry someone thinking you can change them. That's a wrong reason to marry someone, because you'll fail, and so will they. However, the truth is, change is inevitable, even in marriage. The both of you will have to change in some ways to keep your love alive. According to college paper writers, one of the things you'll change is how you communicate. You'll learn to communicate with your partner in ways that are not natural to you but is the best way for your partner to get your message. How you express love may change because of how your partner receives love. Know your deal breakers and essentials. Dating someone for years doesn't mean they're good enough for you to marry them. You must be clear about what you want in your spouse and those non-negotiables you don't want in your marriage. Your essentials may be financial stability and excellent communication skills. It's okay not to proceed with getting married if your partner doesn't possess these qualities. Don't marry them, hoping they will be better. Taking a stand before marriage will help you navigate the storms in marriage when they come. Also, this might be weird to say, but consider what it might be like to co-parent with this person if things were to not work out and you got divorced. This can really be a telling scenario to put yourself in. There's no longer me, it's we and us. You become a part of each other's lives after marrying, so your lives are no longer about each of you, but the both of you. You're no longer living your life for yourself alone. You're also living for your partner. So decisions that you would have taken impulsively in pre-marriage now have to be taken more reflectively with your partner in mind. You have to consult with them before making decisions. That's your new marriage life. Love yourself and your partner. You must learn to love yourself first. Otherwise, it will be impossible to love your partner, and marriage can't work out without love. In marriage, you must love your partner as yourself. So if you don't love yourself, you won't learn to love someone else, and the marriage won't go far. 5. Trust. No matter how long you guys have been together, you need to know your partner completely. Don't get married just because you've been dating for years. Get married because you know your partner. You know their past and you know their hopes and dreams. You can imagine their reactions to certain things. You know all this and you still love them. Beyond that, you trust them. Trust is vital for a marriage, so make sure you can trust your partner completely. 6. You've met each other's families. Meeting and getting to know each other's families can provide insight into your partner's background and upbringing, which can be important for understanding each other better. You're comfortable meeting with your partner's family, and you can see your partner being a part of your own. 7. You've talked about marriage more than a few times. You know that you might be ready to tie the knot if you've talked about marriage more than a few times with your partner. If this is a conversation topic that has regularly come up over the course of your relationship, getting married might be a natural next step. Insider says discussions about marriage usually revolve around mutual desires, fertility, and age. These aren't the only reasons people should bring up the marriage conversation with each other, though. Marriage is a way of expressing your commitment and love to one another in front of the world. Without talking to your partner about marriage, it's impossible to figure out where they stand. Setting a tone of honesty, being upfront, and getting into the details make marriage conversations feel more comfortable and fluid. If you and your partner casually talk about wedding venues, who you'd consider having in your bridal party, what flavor wedding cake you would have, and more, it means you two are definitely moving in the right direction. If you and your partner haven't discussed the notion of marriage at any point in time, it might be time to spark those conversations up if marriage is something that's on your mind. 8. Effective communication skills. Communication is the cornerstone of a successful marriage. A gap in the communication structure of a marriage can often lead to a failed relationship. You are in a healthy marriage when you can openly express your deep feelings and avoid bearing hurt or anger. There are various things to know about each other before marriage, and communication is a great tool. No partner in a relationship should feel shy or timid about communicating their feelings at any point. Neither of you should have second thoughts about sharing your needs, desires, pain points, and thoughts. Talking about effective communication is one of the important things to do before getting married. 9. You've gone through tough times together. When you are getting married or are considering marrying your partner, look back and analyze whether you and your partner have handled tough times together. Marriage is all about going through good and bad times together. And if you and your partner have weathered bad storms together and have strengthened your relationship through it, you are definitely ready to marry your partner. 10. Your relationship is deep. In the beginning, you and your partner flirted, went out a lot, stayed in bed a lot. But if you're getting married, you need to have a deep relationship, deeper than just having fun all the time, going out every night, being carefree. You need to be able to tackle tough issues together. 11. Align life goals and values. Even if you have wonderful communication skills, there are some things you can't talk your way out of, like if you want completely different things in life. Compatibility is really important, making sure that you have those shared values, beliefs, interests, and hobbies. 12. Love. It is crystal clear that love is one of the vital elements needed in any form of a relationship. This applies to marriage too. Analyzing your feelings and being sure about them are the first few things to do before marriage. Without you loving your spouse or your spouse loving you for who you are, the marriage is not likely to last, unfortunately. Before you say, "I do," be sure that you genuinely love your partner and they love you for who you are. 13. You have your own accommodation and you are paying your bills. 14. You think beyond the wedding. Some women are just wedding crazy. They create vision boards, Excel spreadsheets, and PowerPoint presentations, all in the hopes of planning the perfect day. But they haven't thought past that perfect day. If you find yourself thinking about the day after the wedding, and the day after that, and the day after that, you are probably more into being married than just a big white dress. 15. You want to live together. It's not just because it's the thing to do after you've been together for a certain amount of time. You like seeing each other when you get up in the morning and when you get home at night and when you're just hanging out together on weekends. 16. Your character is matured. You are emotionally mature. You are not prone to anger or outbursts, not jealous or insecure, not prone to defensiveness or withdrawing or stonewalling. You are able to put your partner's dreams and preferences ahead of your own. You are able to ask for and extend forgiveness. You are able to handle disappointment well. You are able to adequately separate from your parents and not be overly reliant on them for emotional support. Another good sign is that your loved ones love and approve of your partner. If we love and respect our friends, their opinions of your partner matter. If they are lukewarm about your partner, you shouldn't pull the wool over your eyes and rush toward marriage. Nicolaides explains, this is a lifelong commitment and not something to do in a fog or without complete awareness. Your partner does not complete you. One of the important things in marriage that you must know is that your partner does not complete you. While you may enjoy their company and love them, you have to be your person before anything else. If you feel you cannot be with yourself and lack self-love and care, you must add this to the list of things to consider before getting married. However, a marriage can be very different from a relationship. When you are in a committed relationship, you know what is expected from you, and your partner is aware of your expectations of them. Expectations from each other make for important things to know before marriage. How they want you to treat their family, how you want them to treat yours, and how much time you expect each other to spend together are some of the expectations that should be clear before you get married. Discuss what different situations mean to you both. What happens if someone cheats in the marriage? How do you decide if one of you thinks the marriage is over? Having a few tough conversations before getting married can help you make a better and informed decision about if you want to do it and how you can navigate through the tough times if and when they arrive. You know your partner is a good person. However, they are not exactly who you wish to spend the rest of your life with. You may love them, but you have certain expectations that they do not meet. In that case, this is one of the most important things to consider before getting married. It would help if you did not marry the potential they have but who they are. If you marry who they can potentially be, you do not only set yourself up for disappointment, but you also set unrealistic expectations from them that they may not be able to meet. Getting married is a lifelong commitment that you cannot enter unprepared. Make sure you understand your partner and everything that is involved before you get married and finally settle. Talking about important issues and making sure you are on the same page can help you have a healthy and happy marriage. You both put effort into the relationship. Are you playing a one-sided game of table tennis? If you're putting all the work in and getting little in return, you might want to put a hold on the wedding bells. A successful marriage is never one-sided, says Sehit. When both parties are willing to put in the work, it is a good sign that you are ready for marriage. The best relationships are the ones in which partners can move apart and come back together again. Marriage is not about losing your individuality. You can pursue your own interests, have your own hobbies, have your own friends, and you can have a healthy marriage. You can't imagine your life without them in it. In short, you have stopped searching. Yes, there may be people in the world who are richer, smarter, funnier, and more attractive than your partner, but you don't care. You have found your person and you want to take this life journey with no one else. The idea of living without your partner immediately hurts your heart, and you are confident that your future life together will be richer in every way. Don't have this discussion late at night, in the middle of a heated argument, or when you only have a few minutes. Set up a specific time to talk with your partner when you both have the focused attention to discuss a positive matter close to your heart. Be clear about what you want during your discussion. Speak clearly. Don't be coy, vague, or passive-aggressive. Make your wishes clear, and never apologize for making something this important a priority that requires your partner's time and full attention. Practice active listening. This conversation requires you to actively listen to your partner and manage your disappointment if they don't feel the same way or share that they have actionable needs that need to be addressed before you take the next step. If you two agree that marriage is in your future, don't let the conversation end until you have a clear understanding of your partner's specific needs.